Is this a podcast? My name is Adam, also known as A. I'm joined by my friends Kevin, also known as K, and our friend Z, also known as Zed. But we just call him Z. We have a friend who
Nice.
calls him Zed, but he's too tall to understand letters
Yeah,
and
he's too
languages.
tall. He reaches way too high.
I agree. Is this a podcast? Clever. You like it? Yeah, we do too. It's going to be about an hour long because that's what the recording of a PlayStation 5 allows. We're all on PlayStation 5. Not really a video podcast, so just kind of listen. We just kind of, three friends get together and talk. It's a very relaxed thing. We also do another podcast, but you're not here for that. Maybe we'll mention that some other time. So, anyways, Kevin, I have a question for you.
Yo, bring it.
How are you? No, really,
I'm
though.
pretty solid.
How are you?
Pretty good,
We
though.
need to talk. This is
Yeah.
actually an intervention. We've been meaning to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What are we intervening about?
Well, it's
Intervening?
about
Intervening? Whatever.
well, doesn't really matter. We're intervening about your ability to grasp the English language. You've been here for what, 30-something years? Like, come on, figure it out. No, I want to talk to you about the Mortal Kombat trailer. I know it came out a few weeks ago, but yeah, I know you're a big video game fan. I know you
I
dabbled
am. I'm a video game fan a little bit.
Yeah. So what'd you think overall?
No, I am very excited to see what they do with this movie because, if anything, it looks good and the choreography
does.
looks very good as well. Which, it's a good thing they actually got martial arts choreography down right for a game that is arguably martial arts based. Especially since Mortal Kombat 10 and 11, you're able to tell more exactly what the characters are doing when they do their moves. It's not just like a blurred animation.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, I'm super excited. It looks really good. I like that wardrobe seems to be on point as well. Love how Kung Lao looks.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of Raiden myself.
Raiden, yeah, we didn't get to see him that much, but I'm interested. And did he have like a filter over his voice?
Well, he does a little bit of ASMR by going Lord Raiden, and then there's some electricity, and he looks cool. Cool as honestly, we're gonna swear. I'm gonna swear right now because this is an R-rated trailer. You shouldn't be listening to this because that trailer was cool
Red
as fuck.
band.
So
There you go.
I'm
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
with swearing, guys. I don't know if we discussed this. We might have. Who cares? I've moved on.
YouTube will
whatever.
demonetize us. Well, YouTube is filled with a bunch of porn anyway on there.
So if they really want to, it'll give me some time to work on my editing skills of bleeping us out. You know what I mean?
There you
That's
go.
fine.
So maybe I'll even write down. No, I don't have anything close. Whatever.
Get it on point.
Fuck
All right.
it.
But
It's
no,
good.
I'm excited. And what? That comes out April 16th?
Yeah, I
I'm not
think
mistaken?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll double check that. But Z,
right.
what are you thinking about this movie?
Yeah,
what
what
do you
do
think
you
about
got? You
Mortal
got anything?
Kombat?
So I haven't ever been a big Mortal Kombat fan.
Son of a bitch.
I've never played any of the games or anything. I've never played any of the games or anything like that. But the movie looks great. I mean, I know the last Mortal Kombat movies that have come out have been okay. I don't think they were anything special. But unless I'm wrong with that, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
They were okay for their
no.
one was okay for their time.
Right, but
because it was a different time. That's like superhero movies that came out in the 90s and the early 2000s. You were like, wow, I can't believe this is happening, but also this is nothing like comic book movies that are coming out nowadays that make you super happy. So
that's fair.
Right, that's true.
I mean,
Which, if we follow the same trends,
yeah,
could be good.
It's cool. Good. I agree with Kevin as well about the costumes. It looks great. Like the CGI looks cool. And Goro, we only saw a little bit of. He kind of looked a little jank, but whatever. It is April 16th, by the way.
All right, look at that, nailed it.
But yeah, the combat, like the actual fighting, it looks fantastic. It's all in frame, which is
Scorpion's scenes were great.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like, and I've said it before, is when the guy says "get over here." It just doesn't sound right. It's too muffled. He's like "get over here," and I'm like, "What? What did you say?"
I mean, to be fair, they could go over that and polish it up. So we'll see.
I just don't think they will, though.
They probably
won't,
but
Yeah, but the best part in the trailer.
I will say though, I hope that Sub-Zero's voice remains like that because I thought it was really cool.
It was great. I love Sub-Zero's voice, but the best part in the trailer, I think we can all agree, is the icicle stab. The blood icicle stab.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
I
then
would agree.
it throws
That
them
part of
through
the
the
show is
wall of ice.
actually
Oh,
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that it's ripped straight out of the game. That's beautiful. Like
it really is. Yeah.
I love that so much. Maybe is this going to be a good video game movie?
It
I would
has the
hope so.
potential. The one thing that will probably be a thorn in its side is going to be the storyline. But we'll see. Maybe they can do a good job there too. I
It's
know
a
Mortal Kombat
mark.
isn't known necessarily for story, but there are people out there who religiously follow that storyline because apparently, if you actually do, it's quite good.
Really? I
I've
doubt
heard that
that
if you actually
substantially.
know what's going on in all the games, you might have to do some little outside reading too. But I've heard that it's actually all connected somehow.
As someone who's played a lot of the Assassin's Creed games, I used to believe that story was good too. But eventually, it's just throwing it all at a wall. It's just it's gone on for too long, and it's too convoluted to even understand anything about anything. Every character is
I don't
related
know.
to every
I
character
don't.
in some way.
Right. I don't play fighting games. I watch them. I like watching people who know what they're doing in fighting games because it makes it that much more interesting. I just sit there and hit buttons and hope that something works out. So I just don't play them.
See, I've dabbled a little bit into fighting games. I'm no good at them. I played them back on the PS2 and GameCube and stuff. But as of recently, it's not for me. I don't want the
Mhm.
trophies. I don't want the competitive. I'm not a competitive person. If somebody's like,
You're
"Hey,
not.
be competitive," and I'm like, "All right, you win. There you go. Well, that's the end of that." Hey, quit coughing. What do you got?
Arguably.
COVID or something? That's weird.
Huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oof.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Well,
Adam.
no.
Adam, you watched the Snyder Cut the other
Well,
day.
speaking of fighting games and justice, whew, let me tell you.
Wow, there's
I
a
did.
switch. We're
Fighting
not talking
games
about
and
Injustice
justice.
though, oddly enough.
Are we? Have you seen the film? Yeah. Okay. Thanks. There's
Okay.
there's some scenes that kind of hint toward in the future. I mean, that was
Oh,
already in
really? Oh, okay.
that was already in Batman v Superman: The Nightmare Visions and stuff. Yeah, I watched the Snyder Cut last night with a couple friends with C and C. They're a married couple. I guess we're using first letters of everybody's name, so whatever. Yeah, we watched it. We all had a
CNC.
great time. 4 hours, 2 minutes and 13 seconds, according to the HBO Max. I don't. You two haven't watched it,
Dang.
if I'm correct, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I have not
Yeah.
watched it yet. I will get around to watching it, but I have not
Hey,
watched it yet.
I
you got.
probably will not, but we'll
Hopefully,
see.
you get some time off in the coming weeks, Z. We'll see if you have time
Oh,
to watch
absolutely.
that.
I
Yeah,
think I'll have quite a bit of time off. I
that's
think I'll be
good.
fine to
That's
watch
good.
it.
I'm glad you're getting a
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't jump into too heavy spoilers or any really any kind of spoilers. I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I think it's my favorite Zack Snyder DC film. Um, I think I like it more than Man of Steel. I thought that after I watched it, actually while I was watching it, because there's scenes in Man of Steel where I'm like, oh, I love this, and then there's other scenes where I'm like, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. And I just after every time I watch a Zack Snyder DC film, in my mind I'm just rewriting it. Like, oh, I would like
Uh-huh.
this more if they did this. But for this one, after it, I was like, yeah, I probably wouldn't change anything. I mean, in general, I would have never got to this point. Like my
Right.
DC would have never got here in this
Yeah,
way
yeah.
and how it occurs. But honestly, I think it works really well. It's great. Really big fan. So if you have HBO Max or not, highly recommend just subscribing or stealing this movie. I mean, don't steal, but steal it. I can't tell you what to do or not to do. I'm not Zack Snyder. You know what I mean?
I thought you were Zack Snyder. What,
I'm
what,
not.
what are you talking about? Didn't you make this film?
Yeah. It was all me, guys. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
for
so
having
me.
me on this podcast. It was supposed to be a secret, but I'm glad it finally got out. So
Well, nobody's gonna know that Zack Snyder's on this podcast unless they tune into, this podcast.
honestly, I don't want them to think I'm actually Zack Snyder. I sound nothing like him, thankfully. But if it was, people would probably be like, "Hey, when you making another one? What's going on?" I don't want to be bothered like that. I don't. I barely want to talk to you guys. I'm thinking about leaving right now, even though we're in the middle of this.
That would be
But
exactly the reason why you'd be Zack Snyder. This would be exactly the reason why you would be, because
No.
you wouldn't want to answer those questions.
no, you're making no sense. It's like you got a virus or
sure
something
not.
in your brain. I don't know, whatever.
That's
Sound ports.
crazy,
Oh.
That's crazy, yeah.
You got anything you want to discuss? Or are we cutting it early? We cutting it 15 minutes early? Like, what do you got? What do you want to talk about?
50 minutes early.
what do you want to talk about?
Actually, we could talk about the PlayStation VR, the new PS5 VR that's coming out. We got finally confirmation of what the controllers are going to look like. They look pretty cool. I like the whole orb design they're doing. They finally got touch controls. Each controller finally has a stupid analog stick. Like, goodness Lord, it took you long enough to get that. I think it's just going to be overall a fantastic addition to the PlayStation family. When it comes out, that's a good question. I don't even know, but
Agent K, you see any of this?
No, I haven't.
So these VR controllers, they're like orbs, like Z said, they're orbs, and they got like the triangle and square on one, and the X and circle on the other, and then like a stick, and like you put your hand in it. It doesn't look like a glowing orb stick like the PlayStation Move controllers, but they're tracked via the like a camera underneath the VR headset, or in some ways, I don't know how it tracks it that way. But it also has like the adaptive triggers and the rumble feature. What the hell is that called? Why am I forgetting it? Haptic feedback. Haptic feedback. It's got all that too, and it looks super comfortable. Yeah, it reminds me of the. Is it the Oculus or Vive controller?
No, the Vive. The Vive has that.
Vive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, it's a super upgrade. I did not expect them to be upgraded that much. They had videos in the past where they were like trying to do the finger detection, and these apparently do have finger detection, which is cool. But in the past, I did not expect that. I'm curious to see what the price is going to be now, because a headset with a single cord and these high tech controllers, like, is it going to be past 400? Is it going to be a premium like another PS5 price? I don't know, Z. I don't know if you ever even thought about what this price could be.
I mean, price point definitely is going to be more expensive for this. There's no denying that. It's definitely going to be more expensive. Am I still going to buy it? Yeah, I'm still going to buy it, regardless of the fact.
I would have never guessed it would be more. I would think they would try to keep it competitive at the 400 like they did before.
Well, what was the starting price of the PlayStation VR 1?
$399.
Okay, so probably $450.
So I have one issue with these controllers, actually. And I could be horrible. Like, it could be based on the pictures. I could be horribly wrong on this. But if you were to make an accurate shooting game where you had to actually like reload guns properly, you're gonna hit, like, the back of your controllers are gonna hit each other when you go to pull back certain guns' bolts. They go out too far from your hand, in my opinion.
Well, that would be like if you're reloading a gun in that way. Most of the time, it's just a button press. So I don't know if it'll get that realistic.
That's what I mean. Like, if they were to make it that realistic, that could be one problem. Other than that, it looks great.
I do see where the issue can come in, but like you just represent that in like VR, like just have it a little bit further away. So like, yeah, I honestly, yeah, you probably end up bumping them together. Hopefully they're built to last.
Well, because it's like on the back. It's on the back parts, because like you're not going to really hit the other part of the controller because you're holding it. It doesn't go out from that side of your hand. It's the back of your hand.
I also think
which prevents you from hitting other stuff. So hopefully that's sturdy, because if you hit the wall with that bad boy, ooh.
I also think the hands in the controllers are like super small looking. So I'm curious to see how actual size they are. Because remember when we saw the teardown of the PS5 and that man was sitting there and he looked so tiny compared to that PS5?
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
And then the PS5 came out and it's like, oh, it's big, but it's not half a man's size. It's just that
and
they
are showing it
smaller.
off in. It's being shown off at angles that like you can't actually tell how far out that sticks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can't figure it out. Because I was thinking like, oh, you got a like a thumbstick super close to the buttons, but at the same time,
weird thing.
like,
so the buttons are actually. No, that can't be right. I'm looking at the controller wrong. Okay, I am looking at the controller wrong. Got it. So if you were to move your thumb away. The second picture on the official PlayStation post is kind of confusing because you don't know where. your
Yeah.
hand goes and the buttons are on the outside. It's like your thumb doesn't bend that way. No, we
Yeah,
got it. We got
no, we figured it out.
it.
Kevin
Yep.
fixed his vision. It's all good. So
Yeah, that's right. Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I'll probably get this. I own the other VR, so I'm curious. I like it. I
Yeah,
like
I'm
VR.
Oh,
excited to get
each
this thing.
controller has adaptive triggers. See now,
Yeah.
if they're
Yeah.
gonna put adaptive triggers in both controllers, I really hope they do make a realistic shooting game because you could make it so that your left hand, when you pull back that bolt, you can feel yourself pulling it back.
See now, do you think they would do like a also
And
a
games have
like
already done that.
gun attachment or something?
Uh,
I don't know
I
how
mean,
it
they
would fit to
could.
that controller, but like,
They could, but honestly, they don't have to. I haven't really played around with VR that much, but I played. I don't remember what it was called because this is way too long ago for me to remember what it was called. But oh, I believe it was the people responsible for Unreal Tournament games came out with like a little beta thing of like what VR could do as like
oh
a
yeah,
first-person shooter,
okay,
and it had like realistic modern day guns but futurized sort of. Um, Kind of like a Call of Duty sort of thing that they're doing now. But reloading the AK style gun, you had to actually pull, like, reach over the gun and pull the bolt back, and it worked out really well. Like, it was super responsive, um, and it wasn't like tedious to do. You just found yourself naturally doing it after a little bit, and it was
yeah.
fun to play. So,
I I think the cool thing is like I keep wanting to get a boxing game, but
mhm.
using the sticks like the move controllers, it just in my mind it feels ridiculous. But with these, easy to hit. But Beat Saber,
Yeah.
like I was holding like lightsabers basically last time. This, it's gonna feel weird like swinging around and
Oh yeah,
not
yeah. I see what
punching
you're
and
saying.
stuff.
Right.
So it's gonna be a
Yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
weird, but I think honestly these are for the best, and I would get used to it super quick.
I think they are. They look super comfortable too.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a big fan of VR, so I'm excited to see where this takes us and stuff. So, see, that was a
Yeah,
good
I'm
topic.
super
You got
excited to see
another
where this
one?
goes. Also, the I would even just go and say we haven't got any updates on the what do you call it, the SSD coming up for the PS5 either yet, right?
No, we still haven't
No,
got
no
updates
updates.
on that.
No,
So very
no.
disappointing. I'm not having any issues really with my drive because I literally only play like one game at a time. I'm super lazy.
Yeah.
I have like I don't even know, like 15 games installed because half the games I have are under a gig for some reason.
Yeah, there's a lot of small games that I'm playing through right now myself. So.
Yeah, so and one of the games I was playing was actually like 70 something gigs, and now it's 60 something. It must have been updated. I didn't even notice. So,
Oh yeah.
which is pretty cool. That's what Sony said they wanted to do. That was what their SSD was supposed to help with, making games smaller.
Compressing games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm
My
all
problem
for
is I
that.
just want this update now to have so I can I can get my SSD finally. I just don't.
I want
I'm
folders.
sick of having the 825. Yes, I agree folders would be a helpful thing, but I want, like, I've seen the SSDs now go on sale, like the 2 terabyte one, the 1 terabyte one. Like, I want to be able to upgrade my system finally and say, okay, I have enough storage is what I need. Um, whenever the hell we're gonna get that update. Honestly, it's your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, our guesses are useless. Um, there was a rumor not too long ago that it was supposed to be this summer, but
Yeah, I did remember seeing that. Yeah.
at this point, like, I don't even care about rumors anymore because they come out so often, and they're just a lot of rumors recently. Just either they're rumored for a day and then the news breaks, or they're rumored for like 19 months and nothing happens. So I'm just kind of over the rumors, except on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I love rumors, but currently in my life, I'm over rumors.
Until Tuesday.
Until
Absolutely.
Tuesday, absolutely, of
Until
course.
Tuesday.
It's not Tuesday now. What day is it? It doesn't matter. We post this randomly.
Saturday.
No, I was trying to break the illusion of when we recorded this, but whatever.
Oh,
Whatever.
never mind.
Well,
It's
you know,
Sunday.
Well, it's too late now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday,
anyway.
my dude. Oh, remember that video?
You know
Good
what?
times.
You know what? Remaster completely blindsided me. I don't know if anybody knew this was coming out. Saga Frontier remaster
I have no idea
just
what that
happened to
even is.
show up. Oh, Saga Frontier was like the the JRPG of PlayStation 1.
Oh yeah. Okay, tell me more about
Yeah.
this.
Released in 1998. Saga Frontier 2 was like better in every way because it basically just expanded upon it. And I think there were games after that, but nobody talked about them, so they must have been bad. But
Usually what
Saga
happens.
Frontier, I played more of Saga Frontier 2, so I know more about that, so some of this stuff might be wrong. But like, Saga Frontier's main gimmick was like, oh, you play through the story as like a certain character, but then when you finish that character's story, you have other characters' stories to play as well, and they're happening in the same like timelines and stuff.
Mhm.
So you see where everybody's like stories cross over and yada yada, and part of the combat is mixing spells and abilities together to create new attacks that'll all fire off at like the same time and do some sort of like combo hit on things. Kind of similar to how Chrono Trigger did it, but a little different.
And what's the remaster entail?
There's gonna be a new main character named Fuse apparently, and then a whole bunch of different little tweaks here and there. Apparently there were cutscenes that were cut from the original game. They're all back in.
Are they upgrading
Um,
them, like to make it high def or whatever?
yeah, it's high def,
Oh,
higher
okay.
frame rate, better,
Yeah.
better everything. Graphics, they overhauled everything. Um, at least from what I can tell, it looks a hell of a lot better than PlayStation 1 graphics. So, I mean, it's still done in like the style. We're not talking like, Unreal Engine 4, but
I mean,
it's definitely sharper.
not a lot of things are Unreal Engine 4. So,
That's fair.
I mean, that's cool. Yeah,
Are they up to 5
that's a
now?
game. If they are, I don't know. I thought 4 was released like only a couple years ago.
Yeah, it seems too recent for them to already have Unreal 5.
Z, please confirm Unreal 5, is that a thing?
I can confirm that. Give me 2 seconds and I will.
Oh, so you can't confirm it yet. Okay, well, I feel lied.
Unreal 5.
Unreal 5. Now we'll have to fill time while he confirms.
That is an actual thing.
Oh,
Unreal
wow.
5 was first shown off in PlayStation 5 in one of the first showcases.
Oh, yeah,
You
well,
guys remember the tech
yeah.
demo with the sands, with the Prince of Persia looking thing?
That
Oh,
lady
yeah,
with the
I do
rock and
remember that.
stuff. Yeah, that was Unreal 5.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot
That
to
was
tell you
Unreal
guys
5
that.
on a PlayStation 5.
Yeah,
There
well,
you go.
wow,
But
that's
yeah,
unreal news.
Saga Frontier Remaster comes out April 15th, and it's priced at $25. Well, $24.99.
So, April 15th, play that. April 16th, you watch Mortal Kombat, is what you're saying.
Yeah, although I don't think you're gonna finish the game in a day because there should be a ton of content.
Kevin, $10 bet. Finish it in a day. Prove me wrong. Prove you wrong.
Oh God, prove me wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm right. I've never been wrong. Not on this
Oh,
podcast,
okay.
at least.
course. What was that? Did you die?
No, listen.
I said not on this podcast, at least, please, sir.
Oh, okay, all right,
Sir,
yeah, okay,
please.
yeah, that's correct.
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you. Technically, and this is our
correct.
second episode. We
Oh,
lost
okay,
an
okay.
episode.
So I just looked up Saga Frontier, the first game, and yes, so they did basically do the same thing that again in Saga Frontier 2. So the basic concept of Saga Frontier is the free scenario system, in which one can play as 7 different protagonists, all of whom exist in the same setting,
So now it's
and
8
yada yada
with
yada.
Fuse.
So now it should be 8, yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow.
But the
they're
thing
really
about it
fusing.
is, they do say that you can play one of the 7. Usually you can't have access to all of them though, and you need to have like certain conditions met in order to unlock their stories.
Wow. Yeah, okay. See, this is a genre I never really got into. I like the Fallout RPG type of games, barely RPGs,
Oh
I guess.
yeah.
But I've never gotten to the JRPGs. It's never been my shindig.
It's not for everybody, but this is a good
No.
one if you like them. It's definitely worth a look if you haven't heard of it.
Z, what about you? You interested in this? You a JRPG guy?
I've played my share of JRPGs. I mean, I don't play them as much anymore. I think the only thing you can classify as a JRPG, but I think it's an action RPG, is Kingdom Hearts that and Final Fantasy.
yeah,
I
I
would
think
play at
it's
this point.
actually a really nice blend between the two, to be honest with you.
Wow! A compliment to Kingdom Hearts. Look at that. Never thought I would see that.
What? Wow. Okay.
That's just a little behind the scenes of Z and I's friendship of how I always make
Oh,
fun of
okay.
Kingdom Hearts and he always teases me about Infamous 3 coming out.
It's gonna be coming out some one of these days, man. It'll be
See,
coming out
both
one of these
cruel in
days.
their own ways, man. Both cruel in their own ways. So, yeah, I
Oh
mean,
boy.
a lot of
Um,
games coming out. So, a lot of games
what
being
about
delayed.
what about Sony's latest acquisition of Evo?
Well, they bought
How
it
do y'all
with
feel about that?
RTS. I mean,
So
you know what,
who's
Kevin, you take
RTS
over.
again? You want to explain that?
No, I don't.
What?
Kevin, you take over this.
What am I explaining?
All of it. Goodbye.
RTS and Evo and
So I have no idea what RTS even is. Like, I know
Real time
real-time
strategy.
strategy, but that's not
Nah.
it.
I'll look up
So,
RTS,
can
guys.
somebody look it up? Yeah, somebody
Yeah,
look that
look it
bad
up.
boy up. All right, so Evo is, because I watch this, if I don't catch it while it's live every year, I try to find all the VODs for it,
Hmm.
for the games that I want to watch, because it is a massive fighting game tournament. Evo 2020 didn't happen, but I don't think that happened for some reason.
it did. Yeah, it
Probably
did not.
because
Yeah,
of
because of
the
COVID.
pandemic. But Evo 2019 saw just under 15,000 entrants. That's entrants, not like viewers. That was a lot higher. But that's how many professional players came to play all the different games that were represented there. There was like 9 different games or something like that. Um, so if you want to think about those brackets, yeah, they're huge. Uh, Biggest titles that are represented are Street Fighter V, Mortal Kombat, Tekken 7, and
Uh huh.
then
Yeah.
it comes down to how many people actually sign up for all the other games. But definitely, like the main event is Street Fighter V. Um, but it is a long tournament. If I remember right, it's like a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks usually, to fit all those games in. Uh, so I'm thinking like PlayStation acquiring that is going to be a great place to get some ad revenue or something, whatever that they're looking for in that, and like merchandise sales or like exposure. And then if for any reason, any like I don't know if they have any first party companies that make fighting games, it would be a perfect venue to show off what's coming out.
They have some teams that could work on fighting games, but that's not really what they like
Because like I know
go for.
Capcom obviously, but like that's not PlayStation exclusive.
No, but
So
this could be a good way to build relationships with those companies, so they can get
oh,
like
that's fair.
exclusive deals and stuff. But RTS,
Right.
by the way, is a new venture born out of Endeavor's esports business.
Sure.
So,
Whoever
and
they
then
are.
Endeavor.
Endeavor's
I'm
Esports.
looking up Endeavor. Hold on, it's like an esports company. So
See,
much.
what are your thoughts? I know you don't really do the
I think
esports scene, but
no, I do watch a lot of fighting games, especially like Dragon Ball Fighters
oh,
and
okay.
Tekken. I watch a lot of those,
Dragon
and Evo
Ball
was
Shit.
something was at Evo, yeah.
Fighters was at Evo, and then I know
That was it.
Smash
Fighters, yeah.
wanted to get into Evo, but like I know that the poor network connection of Smash made it so that they didn't want it there and stuff like that. So, I mean, I keep track of Evo in terms of that because Dragon Ball is like one of the games that I actually I like and it was cool.
Mhm.
I think somebody made a point about this yesterday. I was watching some of these people who actually, they study Evo a lot and they go to Evo every year. They're sponsored
Oh,
by
okay,
them,
yeah,
that
yeah.
this and that. So I was watching some of these guys on YouTube, and he was talking about how this is going to affect everything going forward.
Was the
Nintendo put up
dude
a statement.
Maximilian Dude?
Yes,
I
yeah, yeah,
watched
yeah,
that
yeah.
video
Yeah.
too.
Nice. So you'll know exactly what I'm talking about then.
Yep.
He was talking about a tweet that Nintendo put out saying that they're gonna look and think about what Evo is to them for the next showing, or if they want to be a part of it for Smash. Like he was saying, is this gonna become an exclusive Sony platform where are they not gonna allow other, games to show up? Like okay, Killer Instinct or what do you call it, Smash Bros. Or what other like multi-plats like Tekken and things like
Right,
that. But
right.
then Sony came out with like a tweet, or not Sony, I'm sorry, the guys from Evo came out with a tweet saying that Tekken 7 and Street Fighter 5 and all those guys are going to be there, but they didn't mention Smash and they didn't mention Killer Instinct. So he was like, well, you know, is this going to be that kind of platform where Sony's going to be like, if you're not a Sony game or on one of our platforms, we don't want you here, or are they going to open, have welcome arms to everybody and say, hey, we want to get everybody's game here, like, come on in, you're fine, come, at least if you want to
Right.
come and join us for this, come on in and we'll happily take your game in. I mean, if I had to have my opinion, I would probably say no. They should just keep it strictly to the multiplats that are on their system and just exclusive to their system. I think it would be a good way to do that because they, that's what they're known for. Sony's known for getting their exclusives and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
and a lot of people thought like,
Real quick.
All Stars Battle Royale was gonna be announced
No,
from this. But
no.
yeah, anyway, go ahead.
But real quick about that Maximilian Dude video, he also said it doesn't seem like Sony is kicking them out, but he says in the future, does this mean those games won't be there? It looks like no, but in the future, the companies like Nintendo, they might pull their stuff out of there because
Oh,
they
yeah,
were
yeah, I see
already
what you're
thinking of pulling their stuff out of there because of the whole assault allegations that happened with Evo like a year and a half ago, 2 years, a year ago, whenever that happened.
Which I'm not 100% aware of what those were.
That
I am not
it was a
100%
lot of
sure
bad
what
stuff.
happened.
A lot of people in the community were taken down. So we are not reporting on that. We don't know too much about it. We're dumb three guys who don't know women at all. We never met any women. We don't know any
Nope,
men.
not.
We've only known each
Well,
other. We were born at the same time in the same room by us. We made us. So we know nobody else. No assaults, no allegations. We won't talk about them. Our hearts go out to the victims. Everybody's great. But like
All
when it
right.
comes to that stuff, like Sony is not known for being like we love multi-platform stuff. Yeah, you're okay
Right.
with it if everyone's buying stuff on yours to play it multi-platform, or you're okay with it years after it's been exclusive to you. Like I don't. For now, everything's probably fine. In the future, people are probably going to be mad.
Right. Well, I will say this. I'm not 100% on this because you don't always see like the actual setups being used in tournament play, but I'm fairly certain most of the setups for fighting games are on PlayStation.
They
I mean,
did
it's the
say
most popular
that
console.
Tekken 7 is going to be on PC, so they are
Oh, that's
allowing
interesting.
PC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
allowing PC to be there, so I'm very surprised with that. But under the context of it being a cross-play, so as long as it's cross-playable, I think that's what they're most
Well,
likely going to allow.
another major thing, which I think everything probably can do this, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyway. Another major thing that like whatever a game is being played on has to be able to do is the system it's being played on needs to recognize as many fighting sticks as possible because people just bring their own hardware in.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So I really think that for now it's mostly going to remain the same. I think Sony is just going to use this as an advertising platform in the beginning. They're probably restructuring the behind the scenes a little bit, but they're probably not changing too much for right now. So I think everyone part of it is going to be okay. I just wouldn't count on that for too long.
Which is good for them. I mean, they get
Yeah.
Sony
Yeah,
can use that as their own platform, and I hope that they do.
esports are growing. So
Oh yeah.
every year they get bigger and bigger, it seems. So it's good that Sony is understanding that and is investing into that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Nintendo didn't even want to smash stuff there, anyways, because their online stuff they were kind of taking that stuff down, and then they were using like a modded version, weren't they? Like to do some online stuff. I think Maximilian
Yep.
mentioned
Maybe.
something about that. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's complicated. It's all complicated. Nothing's
Oh
simple
yeah.
anymore.
Nope.
Nothing really was ever simple, but information is so easily available. You can see
I
everything.
mean, us
now.
being created in that room, that was kind of simple, right?
I mean, well, where did that room come from? Where did it really start? Is there a God? No,
Oh, we're
we're not
going
really
into
gonna.
that.
We're not
Okay,
gonna really
okay.
get into that discussion. Maybe that's an episode 10 kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Or episode 10, it's the religion discussion. Episode 20, politics. So.
No, no, no. We don't need that.
All right, then.
All right, guys, you're right. Let's do it now. Let me tell you who was right and who was wrong. No, we don't get into that. No,
So
we
I
don't
mean,
get into
listen,
that.
hold on, if we're
Wow.
talking about who was right and who was wrong, I mean, let's just get this out of the way. We know who was right, and it wasn't who you think it is.
See, I agree. Vague. Did you see the see that no no.
Let's
See,
just
I
say the people
texted
who are
you.
wrong don't believe in Santa.
See, I texted you a video about The Last of
Wow.
Us 2 is actual garbage by a YouTuber. Let me pull that up. That guy's YouTube. Did you watch this video?
I did not get a chance to watch the video. I am
All
sorry
right.
about
Well,
that.
it's okay.
You didn't do your homework.
Let me pull this knife out of my back and give me one moment. Thank you. Okay.
No, that's just a
It's
metal bar.
oh,
That's the
haha.
metal
Nobody
bar,
will
yeah.
get that, and I won't even acknowledge
Nope.
it. But it's by a guy named Micah Sakis, Mikasacus. Highly recommend his videos. Um, I don't even want to spoil it, so watch that. Get back to me. Don't do it now. We're busy doing something. I don't know if you've realized, but yeah, it's great. It's a great video. It's
Doing
funny.
something?
I've realized that we're doing something.
Wait,
So.
is this being recorded? Is this a
No,
podcast?
I wouldn't worry about that. Say whatever
Oh,
racist,
all right.
hateful thing you have. We won't report
Wow.
it. Honestly, if we have a controversy, that's how people blow up. You know what I mean? So let's just defend a whole minority because, that's just what we do. Let's not do that also. Kind of awful if a lot of companies should do that. Like, I don't know if you guys saw
Yeah,
the
you're
Burger
right.
King thing not too long ago where they said
What?
Burger King
Burger King
UK,
foot lettuce.
number 15. But
What?
Burger King UK,
Number 13.
on their Twitter, they put "women belong in the kitchen," and then
Oh,
that was their
dang.
first tweet, and then their second tweet was about like it's because uh, in our industry, in the fast food industry, only 40% of chefs in the kitchen are women, and we aim to like change these numbers. But they put that first tweet out because it was controversy, and I think that's a
Right.
scummy thing to do. I don't
It
want to.
is,
I don't
yeah.
want to. I don't want to say I'm an expert on this. I did go to school for like some marketing stuff. Haven't used my
You
degree
went to
still.
school?
Yeah, it was pretty good. They taught me how to color in between the lines. I'm suing because I still can't do that. It's really difficult because the crayon
That's
tip is too
perfect.
Tell me
fat.
how to color in between the
The
lines.
the crayon the crayon tip's too fat. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how to color in Cinderella's shoes. It always looks stupid. Whatever, it's not important. Also, when you use white in a coloring book, it looks terrible. Why you keep giving
It
me your
does.
white crayon? What is this? What is this garbage, Crayola? Get back to me. I tweeted you about this. Um, but like, yeah, I don't like when companies just
Oh.
they try to be controversial and then like retract
Yeah.
it just to get somewhere. Like, I get why you're doing it because it works, but at the same
Yeah.
time, like,
It's that
I
initial
lose
exposure. Right.
respect for you. I lose respect for
Oh,
this
yeah.
corporation, even though they're a corporation. It makes me
Right.
just change my mind, and I think eventually you'll start to see companies like, hey, they've done this before. They're going down. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that or.
I mean, I think you pretty much nailed it,
All
honestly.
right, all right. Z,
I
what
mean,
about
listen,
you?
we can have as many controversies as we want, and that'll just make us more popular. So, we'll talk about how which religion was right at the end of the day when we had to fire mortars and bombs against
Whoa.
the other
Whoa.
religion and crusades and all that. We'll talk about that one day. But
Oh, boy.
all in all, listen, controversies are what make people stronger, and what doesn't kill you makes you uh,
Stronger is what Kelly Clarkson once said. Great song.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Good
Kelly
yeah,
Carl
but
reference.
hold
Clarkson,
on.
Oh yeah, no,
Really,
go
though.
ahead.
first,
It's
first,
what Mr. Krabs said.
Mr. Yes, that's it.
What doesn't
That's
kill you
exactly what I was looking for.
usually succeeds in a second attempt.
Yeah, I
Yes,
still find that
exactly.
shocking that a children's show said that, but what ifs. So since we're referencing SpongeBob, everyone has an idea of our ages. That's good. So
Yep.
What do you think our age would be if we're referencing SpongeBob?
22 to
40
34.
minimum.
I gotta agree with
Yeah.
you there. I
No,
gotta agree with
that's
you.
what it would be. That's we're in that age group. Honestly, it would probably be like at this point like 26 to something. But SpongeBob also leans young too, so you could say like 15 because there's kids still watching SpongeBob. But yeah, whatever. And then we
Let's
throw out
watch
a Courage the
SpongeBob.
Cowardly Dog reference. Now we're narrowing it down. You know what I mean? Like,
All
and then
right.
you figure it out. But also, we don't get Kay over here could be 85. We don't know. I mean, we were all born in the room at the same time, but time works different when you're born in the room. What is happening? What is this music? We gotta blur it out. We gotta start over. Now we're gonna get a copyright strike. We're going to jail. Does this count as a controversy? I don't think so. All right. We'll
How are
do
we
that
looking on
music.
time there, timekeeper?
I will let you know
All right.
when time's running out. So you start talking about something else.
What's the next game that comes out? Is it Outriders?
Yeah. No, Outriders will be
Outriders is the next title, isn't
April
it? Yeah,
1st,
April
yeah.
1st.
Or if it
That's
doesn't come
still
out, I
somehow
still
the
want to
release
stand.
date. All right.
Yeah, that's the next one to come out.
Really thought it was a joke. That game, I'm hyped for it. I pre-ordered it after playing the demo.
Play that demo alone?
Yeah.
Anybody else here play that demo?
Something happened to Z.
Yeah, I knew he was gone because there was that music, and he stopped talking.
Oh.
I knew
That's his exit music? Got it.
Probably.
That's right. We'll carry this show.
We'll carry the show. We've always been carrying him on our shoulders for the past
All right,
15
so
years.
Adam, I know you. I think you pre-ordered this game, Returnal.
I didn't pre-order that. I don't pre-order games.
Oh, you didn't pre-order. Are you interested in it?
The year is 2021, Kevin. Wow, spoiler alert, 2021, guys.
Oof.
I don't really pre-order games. I'll pre-order Horizon when I see an edition for it that I want. But yeah, I didn't pre-order Returnal yet.
I just pre-order games because then I know that I'll be able to install them early and play them. That's
See,
really why.
I don't like I'm not fully on board the digital revolution yet.
Oh, okay.
I'd only like Returnal.
Oh, right, you get physical copies and stuff. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Returnal is probably going to be a digital game for me because I still pick and choose like which ones. But I'm interested in Returnal. I'm not 100% sold on Returnal though. Still, I have to see
I'm getting
like
day one if you wanna see it.
I mean, I'll see it like when the reviews go up and I see gameplay and stuff, and I'll probably watch you play a little bit. I'll probably see that. And then you'd be like Days Gone, you'd be like, it's great. And I'll be like, that motorcycle looks like it doesn't control well. And you're like, nah, control's fine. Then I get the game 6 months later for half price, and I'm like, Kevin, this motorcycle doesn't control that well. And you're like, yeah, I stopped playing that game after like 2 days, so. But then I
didn't stop playing it for 2 days.
But then I went on to Platinum it. Apparently runs at 60 on PS5, according to Z. In case
what runs at 60?
Days Gone.
Hey, he's back. There was no intro music, only outro music.
Yeah, it was only outro music, and then it was out. What happened? Did you get bad results?
Yeah, the results were pretty bad. I mean, they were positive, but they were pretty bad.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta stop hanging out in seedy nightclubs. You know what I'm saying? Stop licking toilet seats. That'll get you.
Wow.
I believe you on that one. I believe you on that one.
I know you take after your mom, but you gotta stop.
So you weren't here. Z, Outriders. Thoughts? Did you play the demo?
You know, I played the demo, and I know there's an update for the demo coming, which I'm gonna play the update as well.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there's an update coming for the demo. They're gonna address a few things in the demo and kind of just patch up and polish some things. So I don't know how I feel about that. It's a demo at the end of the day, so I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna play.
Well, hold on. It depends what they're patching up.
It's basically
well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No. If you know what it is, go ahead.
Yeah.
So what they were going over patching up is just the some of the cutscenes, syncing up the cutscenes better, frame rate issues, as well as just overall gameplay mechanics that are not working properly.
Okay, so see, no, that's not bad because they're learning from the demo. So that patch that they're applying to the demo, they're gonna basically be like, okay, did we get it right? And then people can come back and be like, yes, no, and they'll know for the final release. So that's good. Good on them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And thank goodness that they synced up those cutscenes. They were real bad.
I'm
God,
confused.
the audio got off by like 5 seconds.
Atrocious.
I'm confused.
The audio was so far off. What?
So you're telling me a video game company put out a game to test, and then when people were like, "Hey, this is broken," they decided to fix it immediately?
I know, right? It's crazy.
Before the game launched? Like, what? Insane.
Well, not only is that, because some game companies are like, oh yeah, we fixed that for the launch, but we're not going to patch it in right now. So you're like, but did you really? Now the proof is the proof. The proof is there. I'm
The
not doing
proof
too
is
good
in
with
the
the English
pudding.
language today.
Yeah, I mentioned that at the beginning of the show.
You did.
Yeah, so
Hasn't
maybe I
hasn't
cursed you.
improved.
You know?
Well, speaking of curses, I've been playing another game a little bit. Not
Oh,
too
I thought you were
much,
about
but a
to
little
tell us
bit.
that you like hexed a witch
Curse
or
of the
something.
Dead Gods.
Curse of the Dead Gods.
Curse of the
What is
Dead
that?
Gods came across on my Steam because I played Hades, and I love Hades. And they're like, oh yeah, this is real similar. I'm like, cool. I looked into it a little bit, and a lot of other people were saying this is real similar to Hades. I'm
Yeah, I've
like,
heard
all right,
that.
I guess I'll try it out. Hades is a better game by far.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Because there is one really annoying mechanic as far as I'm concerned. Some other people might not have problems with this because this is like the only game that has this mechanic. I just don't like this mechanic whenever it's put into a game. And that is that when enemies start an attack animation, they will continue to lock onto you no matter what you do and then attack. So like if you know an attack is coming and you dodge roll too early, that doesn't matter that you put that distance between you and the enemy. They will dash up to you no matter what distance you've moved to hit you. I hate that.
That does sound quite annoying.
Hmm.
I like it when you can preemptively guess when something's going to attack and like it's locked into attacking in whatever direction.
See, now I've
But
heard of this game,
that's just
and
me.
I didn't know you played Hades.
Oh yeah, I have a Hades on Steam. Super fun. I
Wow.
put like 40 hours into it, I think, by now. Something like that.
Wow. Look at you.
Real good game. Real good game.
Yeah, yeah, we kept hearing about it, so.
I haven't had a successful run all the way through, but I was super close to defeating the Minotaur, and I forget who's with the Minotaur. Perseus? Maybe?
No
Theseus?
idea.
I don't know. Somebody.
Still surprised that has not been announced for like other consoles other than Switch. Still very
I know,
surprised at
right?
that. I know it's a
It is
smaller
very
team,
surprising with.
but
Yeah, but
like,
it's been super successful. I mean,
yeah, yeah, and it's being held back by
yeah.
like not being on other things because there's over 100 million PlayStation 4s and like
Mm.
5 million Xbox Ones. So like, come on.
But I mean, if you really, really enjoyed Hades and you're looking for another game that plays like it, maybe you've already beaten Hades, which is I know a ton of time investment to actually do. I forget how many full runs you have to do and all other kinds of stuff you got to do within the game to do that.
7.
But Curse of the Dead. Oh, is it 7? Look at
I
you.
have no idea. I just said a number.
Oh, all right. It sounded convincing.
It did.
Um,
I believed in it.
but
That's why.
Curse of the Dead Gods is an interesting one to look at. You don't have as many um, useful permanent buffs as you do in Hades, but you don't have a lot of detriments coming to you either. So, and combat is arguably easier, even though dodging mechanics are funky. So there you go.
Hades won a bunch of
My
awards
second run through,
at
I cleared
the
the first area of the game. So
Hades had won a bunch of awards at the Video Game Awards, right? That was one of
oh,
the
it
Yeah.
won a
very highly
lot.
acclaimed games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it won quite a few. Not as much as people were expecting, but it still won quite a bit. It's
I mean, it had to
very
go up
highly
against Last
regarded.
of Us, so
Yeah, I mean, it had to go up against
it
that.
took a
And
lot of the like indie game specific awards though,
yeah,
if
yeah, it
not
did.
all of them.
I think it's just a lot of them because I think Fall Guys won like Family Game or something, or
Oh,
like
that's right. Fall Guys won some
similar
stuff,
stuff.
and I feel like there was a better narrative, but I don't remember what game it was.
Well, it was two.
Well, I mean, sure, but
Yeah, a bunch of games came out last year, and that were highly acclaimed. What's going to happen this year? Because every game, I was updating on our other podcast. Everybody, if you're not aware, we do another one called Crafting Chat Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We
ooh, the plug.
thank you. Pretty good at that now. We did like a video game predictions thing. I was updating that chart, and I had to cross off like 2 games. I forgot to cross off. So that there's now 4
Okay.
games that we predicted that are now not coming out this year.
They're not coming out this year. Ooh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gotham Knights was just delayed till 2022. So that one's
Woof.
done.
All right.
Yeah, that one I didn't even think looked good. So I'm not
No,
super
but
upset
wasn't
about
that supposed to come out like Q2?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out this
Like
year.
that's a big delay.
There was no like announcement. There's that music again. He's gone.
No, I'm here still. My phone
Oh,
just keeps going
shocking.
off. I'm not bothering picking up at this point.
That's smart. But I don't even think there was an actual like date for it. There might have been. Z, correct me if I'm wrong. Please look it up since you're using your phone.
I will look it up right now.
But honestly,
Perfect.
we also need to talk about that too because we locked in those numbers in case it was like he wants to change it, and I'm like, uh-oh, because we locked him in. But it's also another year. But we'll talk about that some other time maybe after this.
Well, I mean, if it's getting delayed, we might have to, right? If like
I
I think if a game has a big enough delay, you got to kind of like re-look at it because maybe they're making significant changes in the meantime.
See, I would agree with that, but I also said we'll talk about it another time. So shut your fucking mouth, all right?
All
Get
right, all
out of
right.
here, you son of a
Ooh,
bitch!
The
censoring
initial
yourself.
initial release date was just 2021.
Okay, so no actual date
Oh,
like I
okay.
thought.
Never mind. Yeah,
So yeah, no, Kevin, you were wrong on two things.
yeah, I
Keep that
was.
in check. It wasn't English though, so you're improving. Good job.
It
Boys,
was.
we got
Yeah.
about like 9 minutes left. Any other
All right.
thoughts? Nope.
Wear a mask, stay safe.
What? No,
Yeah.
those are not. Those are just parting words. Any other topics or like things you want to discuss? Z, you're
I'm
going
gonna
for a
play on Rails.
house.
Yes.
How's that process?
I don't know. It's not moving anywhere, obviously. So
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
Oh.
you have to get a house to move, idiot. That's your first problem.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Listen, I was working on it, but circumstances have now presented themselves where that's
Oh,
not
that's
gonna
fair.
happen.
That's fair. Kevin, you buy a house yet?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well,
All
Are you
right.
looking for a house, Kevin?
Oh no, I'm not.
we're all looking for a
I
house.
was like,
You
Kevin,
know.
I didn't know. I don't know that already happened.
Yeah, no.
I know you were saving because you were thinking about like moving eventually. So.
Oh, I'm moving out in the summer into an apartment, but that's about as far as we've gotten.
All right, you're getting
Is it just you
someplace.
by
Adam,
yourself?
you're gonna tell me moving in, by the way. We,
I don't know about that.
maybe we'll find another box of Flea Flakes.
Last time I helped you move, that was like 100 pounds ago. So I don't know about that. I'm not gonna lie. I helped my mom carrying groceries today. Walked out the stairs, walked back up, took a nap. It's exhausted.
Wow.
So, yeah, after this, we're
Oh,
playing some Unrailed. Y'all excited
yep.
for that? I've seen some people play it. I don't know
I'm
too much
excited.
about it.
I know nothing. I'm going in totally blind. Sounds good.
One I've heard is
Ooh,
really fun. I've seen Markiplier play it. I've seen a couple of the YouTubers play it, so it looks good.
that's good.
I,
Yeah.
I do have one other thing though.
Oh,
Adam, what was I looking up for a PS5 update? That like there's a PS5 version, but there's no update for the game, and it was a pretty big game. It literally happened like 3 days ago. I can't remember the title of the game now.
I have no idea.
All right, well we
PS5
tried.
version, no update. We got time to think. Hold on, let me think. PS5 version, but there's no PS5 update. You did ask about this,
Yeah, and I
and
was
it was a
shocked.
few days
I'm like,
ago.
why did they do that?
Oh, no. It's not Wasteland 3. It's something you were playing not too long ago.
Yeah, it
And
was.
then you were like, I'm going to go back to that game. Is there a PS5 update for it?
Sinking City.
Yeah, Sinking City. It was that one. Because I got it
Yep,
confused with the other
there's
one.
you can get the PS5 version, but there's no PS5 update. What the hell is that trash, huh?
Yeah, that's weird. Z, what are your
That's it.
thoughts
What
on
is that
that?
game?
What are your thoughts?
What is that game? Sinking City?
The Sinking City. It's a game in the Arkham horror universe. Maybe not
Oh,
Arkham horror literally, just the Arkham and Call of Cthulhu universe.
2009?
okay. I mean, if there's no
No.
PS5 update for it, but there's a PS5 version, why? I don't understand. That
That's
makes no
weird,
sense.
right? What
Yeah,
Super weird.
do you think about
I think
that?
it's one of the first games to have that happen to it, huh?
Give us the Z down on that.
The Z- that was clever.
I'm intrigued. I want to
Um,
know what this is, so I'm ready. Give us the Z down.
I mean, I don't know much about the game, but I'll give the best Z down I could possibly give. I mean, if there's no PS5 update for it, there shouldn't have been a PS5 game to begin with. It should just been an update first, and then you make a PS5 game. I think that's how it normally goes. But you know, there's a ton of games that I played that have no PS5 updates on it.
Are you growling at him?
Nope, he's just snoring. He's
snoring.
That's the Z down. You put me to sleep, got my Z's in. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh my
Didn't hear
god.
anything you said. Well, honestly, I feel like we've overstayed our welcome. We don't have too much to talk about, so I feel like we should end it here. If I'm okay.
Did we
if
have a
everybody's
welcome?
okay.
I feel like we're
Alright, well-
intruding on everybody, honestly.
I'm ending it here. You know,
Alright.
not my favorite episode we've ever done of this, but probably the only episode we'll ever do. So if you guys like this, please let us know. I'll upload it to my YouTube. Is this gonna be uploaded anywhere else?
probably my YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be uploaded to your YouTube. Do we have we have a Twitter for this one, don't we?
Yep.
Yes, we do.
What, you care to plug that, Z?
Yeah, it's gonna be at I think it's PodKAZ Pod. It's
Yep.
its Twitter handle at PodKAZ Pod.
Came out real weird. Yep.
KAZPOD for Kevin Adam Z. Yeah, we plan to do this. We try to record these. We're gonna aim for once a week at least. Maybe we'll do like 5
Yeah,
in a
once a
row or
week
something
seems
one day.
seems
and
fine.
take
Who
a
knows?
couple
Maybe we'll
weeks
get
off.
super ambitious and do like 2 in a week. Ooh.
Ooh, hot diggity dog. Probably not going to happen, but
Well.
like I said, we also have another podcast that we do. Typically, we're all going to be there from now on. It's called Crafting a Chat. Twitch.tv/Crafting a Chat. You can find it on our YouTube. Starting too late.
Twitter handle at ChatCraft.
Chatcraft. It's Chatcraft, not Chat Crafting.
I don't think it was Chatcrafting. I think it was
I thought it was
Chatcraft.
Chat Crafting. Yeah, all right. Well, I got to
Maybe I'm
update my
wrong with that.
YouTube
I'll figure it out.
description. Figure that out. Let me know.
I'll figure it out.
But yeah, no, Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Look for that. This, I think we said we're going to post on Fridays or Mondays.
Yeah,
or...
this will go up Friday. So this
Yeah,
will
we'll-
go up next Friday.
I mean, when you see it go up, it'll be up. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I've been Kevin. No, I haven't. I've
No,
been
you've
Adam.
been Adam. I've been Kevin.
It's been a long episode.
But that's an episode idea.
Yeah, we all just switched. Confuse everybody. I've been Adam. Kevin has been Kevin. Z has been Z. We like you guys being here. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.